What's up, crypto people? About to upload this video. Been watching the DevCon 3 live streams all morning. Awesome stuff. Just bought IOTA for the first time this morning as well, which I'm super excited about. We'll be talking more about IOTA in the future, shortly, in the coming weeks. Dig it. I think the real takeaway from yesterday's Crypto Community College session, which you're about to see, is that for me, and I think for a lot of people, this whole movement and the whole space is not just about making money at all. You know, some people are in it for the primary reason of making money, but it's just so much more than that. It's about community, it's about changing the world to be a better place, making society better, using technology for more and more beneficial things. It's amazing, actually, what's happening. So there was a talk, I don't know the guy's name, earlier at I think it was from the Ethereal Summit that Crypto uploaded. But this dude from Singularity University talking about all this revolutionary shit that we're just moving into now. I recommend checking that out. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the Crypto Community College Session 2. Alright, so first of all, my God, man, Bitcoin just keeps going up. It's not stopping. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's just new heights every time. I'm honestly, right now, I'm just looking for when it's gonna take a dip so I can buy it.
I was gonna invest in ninth grade, but I didn't know what it was, and I looked up like documentaries after documentaries, and I still never understood what it
Was it just because of the Silk Road? Would you say that? Like,
Yes,
honestly?
yes, swear to God,
Okay,
yeah.
so
You don't have to understand it to do it.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I'm gonna explain it to you now anyways. Because our general overview of blockchain last time was kind of shoddy anyways, so I did a little bit more research, so I'll try to explain it better today. I think you understand it, but maybe better than I do. Yeah, even 6 months ago, even if you would have just invested $4,000, if you would have just invested $4,000 6 months ago in Bitcoin, you would have made over $20,000.
Yo.
From a $4,000 investment, you would have $25,000 right now.
6 months?
But it's not too
Over
late.
6 months.
It's not too late.
It's not. Some people are saying that Bitcoin is going to go to $60,000.
By the end of this year?
What do you think it's gonna be at? I have not good solution.
How much does it cost right now?
6,000.
I can buy it.
Oh, I can buy 6,000.
I'll tell you by the hour.
No, some people are saying it's going to 60,000. But the great thing about cryptocurrency is you don't have to buy one whole Bitcoin. You can invest $200. You can buy $200 worth of Bitcoin, which would be 0.005 or something. You know?
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, because right now,
I should buy it.
That's one of the brilliant things
I should
about
buy
it.
it ninth grade. I would even like rich. If I just spent like $1 on it, it's good.
Yeah. So I'll do a general explanation of blockchain because I tried to research it some more. We talked about it last week, but so the revolutionary thing about cryptocurrency is that it's based on blockchain technology, which is a new type of technology which is fucking revolutionary because it removes the necessity of centralization and third parties in transactions, law, government, all kinds of stuff. I was watching a talk last night, a Google talk, you can see it on YouTube, and dude was talking about how we could actually have government functioning way better and more openly in the sense that politicians, if we put political agendas on the blockchain, they would have to be enacted in order for politicians to get paid. So you could make a smart contract that said, okay, in order for these funds to go to this political leader or president, this has to happen. So you know how during campaigns, all of these presidential candidates just lie and then they don't do what they say? It wouldn't be possible in that case. They would have to do it in order to get the funds or in order for something to happen. But let me back up. So blockchain is this technology where it's a distributed ledger. So think of it as a chain of transactions or a log. Think of it as a log, like maybe an Excel spreadsheet, how there's all these entries, right? And so when you submit a transaction on the blockchain, it goes out to all of these computers. It's like Internet 3.0. So it goes out to all of the people's computers who are mining, and they validate the transaction, and it goes on the blockchain. And once it goes on the blockchain, it cannot be changed, because then it goes across all of those computers on the network, and it's linked to all of the previous transactions. So if you wanted to change it, you would have to go back and change the entire blockchain, which is statistically impossible. So it's revolutionary in the sense that as long as the internet exists, this is going to exist, and it's more peer-to-peer. I don't know if it's directly peer-to-peer because it still involves the mining stuff and everything, and the network and the validation, but you no longer need intermediaries, like you were talking about last week, to where when you use your credit card, there's 6 different networks and organizations at least that are involved just when you use your credit card. And that transaction doesn't go through right away, you know, it takes days to actually drop on your account or whatever. Whereas a Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency transaction happens almost immediately. The Bitcoin network has gotten pretty slow, but other cryptocurrencies, man, it's just, there's no intermediary. It just goes out to the network, gets validated, and the transaction happens.
Yeah, you know, the big problem like that a lot of people are concerned with, like, you know, having one company have all your information, like your credit card information, your social security, and all that. Literally, a hacker just has to hack that one place, and it's done. Like,
Oh,
you
that's
have
happened
all
to
that
everybody.
information. It's happening with Home Depot, Targets, Equifax, which
Oh,
is a
credit
credit
card too,
bureau.
that
Yeah.
was recent.
And literally now, millions of people's information is on the deep web, literally just waiting to be bought.
This is why it's going to change the world, is because you can be your own bank. You can be your own attorney. That's what Ethereum is better than Bitcoin. So if any of you, when you guys research it, I guess you could start out researching Bitcoin if you're new to this, but research Ethereum. Because Bitcoin was the first one, but Ethereum is the number 2 cryptocurrency in market cap, but it's amazing because it enables these smart contracts. So you can straight up make your own will and put it as a smart contract on the blockchain, and it cannot be changed, and when it happens, and it gets enacted. It's incredible.
Let's say like I'm going and I buy $1 worth. What is that dollar's worth annually?
Well, nothing.
The dollar is gonna be,
It's actually constantly changing. So 6 years ago, you could have bought $1, which may have gotten you 1 Bitcoin. Now 1 Bitcoin is $6,000.
It was actually $25. My dad brought one and then sold it for like $150. That was when it was still like early. It was $25 for a Bitcoin. Seriously, and now 60 grand.
Yeah.
Six grand.
Oh, 6 grand.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
$6,366.
yeah.
And
That's,
then,
So like,
That's
does
my-
my $1 like makes it this many Bitcoins, or? and I
Well,
can
you
use those-
buy a certain amount of Bitcoin. So you could buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. So you would go to some website and give your US dollar for $1 worth of Bitcoin or whatever other cryptocurrency.
Mhm.
So I'm just buying another form of currency basically.
Yeah,
Until it grows.
that's another revolutionary thing about it is, I mean, in our times, this is the first time we've had currency that is not issued by a government. So the governments are able to manipulate economies because they control the currency, and they're able to print it, which causes inflation. But cryptocurrency is created by the people,
And you have reverse
and
inflation.
it's based on consensus. So we're creating our own economy.
Basically just waiting on one country to put in a lot of money, just like China did with Bitcoin. So Ethereum, that's still gonna be the jump from, what Ethereum is at now, it's like $310. Because once China put it.
One Ethereum is 310?
Mhm.
I'm gonna buy it today. Now I'm so serious.
Ethereum is great.
Yeah, it's good, it's good, but basically just waiting on one country to pile in a bunch of money like China did. And that's gonna be like the Bitcoin jump for Ethereum.
Did it? Where were you talking about last week, how you said China banned Bitcoin?
China banned cryptocurrency. Today was supposed to be the day that they were shutting down all the crypto exchanges. I don't know
No.
what happened. Yeah, I have the article here.
China's scared.
Well, to me, Singapore did it too. I think it was Singapore.
No,
No,
Singapore said it's
Vietnam.
good.
Vietnam also did a recent ban on crypto. But think about those countries.
They're like,
Those are like communist
Yeah.
nations. And think about the other things that China bans. Google and Facebook
yeah.
and Twitter.
Websites.
So yeah, the most popular and powerful technological forces they ban because they want to try to control people. So to me, that's a good sign. We're on the right track.
We're making governments scared.
Because if sketchy dictatorship-style communist governments are banning it, then that means it's real democracy.
And like you said, they plan 10 years ahead, so they already know.
Well, people are saying that the China ban is temporary, which I can kind of believe. China was one of the biggest players in the crypto space up until recently, and it kind of moved to Japan.
What's it called? It's crazy because like I was like listening and hearing that like, you know, the Silk Road like had such an impact on like the actual US economy and marketplace that like they had to shut it down because it was like during the time it was up, the Silk Road like transferred $1.2 billion worth of money, like just through that one website, and it's on the deep web where like really nobody knows about. And it's like all these people are using it, and it's like the government is just scared because there's like that idea that there's a marketplace that can't be regulated and everything. Everybody just trades whatever they want, and there's like a high demand, but like they're kind of suppressing it because it can actually affect the entire world market.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you'll hear some negative things about cryptocurrency because it's unregulated, decentralized, untraceable. It's not untraceable, some cryptocurrencies more than others, which are based on privacy, but and I think that's a bullshit argument because first of all, you can use any kind of currency to fund terrorism or buy drugs or
Cash is very
hire a
untraceable.
hit. Yeah, I mean you just use cash. So that's bullshit, reason number one. Reason number two, like I said last week, there's so many good and ethical people in the space that the people that are kind of the big players now, or at least the public figures, most of them are not shady people. They're the opposite. They have a positive vision for cryptocurrency and blockchain in the future.
So I was
So
saying too, like for Bitcoin, like all the major players now are just like big money people, like they don't care about the future of freaking, crypto economics or anything like that. They just care about the money, how much money they can make. But with Ethereum, it's actually people that are just like trying to develop things for the future, like what we can do to have like a successful future with Ethereum. Well, Bitcoin is too big now for like, small people like us to even invest in it.
Yeah.
It's just for the bigger guys just to get as much money as they can.
Well, I don't think that's true completely. Well, most of what you said I agree with. I don't think Bitcoin's too far for us to invest in. I haven't invested that much in it, honestly, even though I kind of wish I had now. Like I said, if you had invested $4,000 6 months ago, you made over 20 grand just in 6 months by doing nothing.
Mhm.